1970, so it's facelifted from 68, 69. It's got the Go package and has brand new
1972 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. And you might be thinking, well, that car's a 1972. It can't be that quick, right? Well, you're a dum-dum. In 1972, the Trans Am came with a 455 cubic inch high output V8, which featured an aluminum intake manifold, 1972 only oval port heads with massive 111cc chambers, an 068 high lift cam from the Ram Air 3, and a free flow exhaust. And sure, compression ratio is only 8.4 to 1, but this thing was still able to muster 300 net horsepower and 415 pound-feet of net torque. And for those of you who might think that this car can't get any better, well, I'm going to encourage you to put on your pleated pants and take a look inside, because there you will find a 4-speed manual transmission. 342 gears would have been standard in this car, but this one has a tasty little upgrade of 373 rear gears. Of course, by 1972, the Trans Am was starting to get a little bit bloated, but this one's not that bad. Its weight with driver is only 3,676 pounds. 4-speed Trans Ams were quite rare in 1972, and probably a lot of that has to do with the UAW strike that was going on at that time. And with that, there were only 458 total 4-speed Trans Ams produced that year. Car and Driver tested one of these monsters in 1972. It ran 0 to 60 in only 5.4 seconds, and the quarter mile in 13.9 seconds at 104.6 miles per hour. Let's check out its opponent, see if it's got enough juice to cook this bird. 1970 AMC AMX. And the AMX is definitely one of the most underrated muscle cars, but is it truly a muscle car? It has 2 seats, so it's maybe more of a sports car? Anyway, it's got a 390 cubic inch V8. But what's most impressive is that the 390 comes in a package about the size and weight of a small block Chevrolet. And hidden within is a compression ratio of 10.2 to 1, and it was rated 325 horsepower, but even more impressive, 430 pound-feet of torque. I hope you're still wearing those pleated pants when we look inside here, because this thing also has a 4-speed manual, and it's a Borg-Warner T10. Outback 354 gears were standard, but optional was 391 gears. Which set do you think this car has? Having such a short wheelbase does have some advantages, especially in the weight department. This car with driver is only 3,414 pounds. The AMC AMX is an absolutely gorgeous looking car, but it wasn't the cheapest. It started out at $3,395, and with that, it didn't sell all that well. There were only 4,116 total produced in 1970. Motor Trend magazine tested a 390 AMX with a 4-speed and 354 rear gears. Ran 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds, and the quarter mile in 14.68 seconds at 92 miles per hour. Let's see what these cars will do today.
It's got the AMC AMX, it's from 1970, so it's facelifted from 68, 69. It's got the Go package and has brand new net horsepower. He wins.
In a very close battle, it's the Trans Am that takes home the win, running 12.94 seconds at 109.62 miles per hour. And in the other lane, the AMX was only 1/100th of a second behind, running 12.95 seconds at 109.01 miles per hour. Let's see what happens in round 2.
Horsepower, yes, of course. In the right lane, 325 gross horsepower.
At mid-track, it looked like we had a great race on our hands, but then after that, the Trans Am fell behind. So the AMX takes home the win, running an even quicker 12.93 seconds at 109.23 miles per hour. Meanwhile, the Trans Am ran 13.78 seconds at 97.37 miles per hour. With this best of 3 tied 1-all, let's check out that final round.
Trans Am. Now the Trans Am from 70 to 72, maybe the engines were a little bit, but they were all available. The winner of this was the AMX, 1301-109. time.
In the final round, it's the AMX that takes home the win, running 13.01 seconds at 109.03 miles per hour. In the other lane, the Trans Am looked like they may have missed a shift around mid-track, and they ran 14.26 seconds at 98.59 miles per hour. Huge thanks to the owners for bringing out these cars. It was awesome seeing them on the drag strip. Catch you guys at the next one.